Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in last episode we had the final regular season simulation, so that means this is the final episode of the series, depending if we win or we lose, or well, actually not if we win, but if we lose the series. So we're off against a familiar foe in the San Jose Sharks. Yeah, they basically have the exact same roster as they did last year, and yeah, Hines came off a pretty good season, posting like a 930 save percentage, so he's definitely better than last year, but we still have pretty much the exact same roster as last year, minus Peter Forsberg, so this team might be able to still know how to score on him and beat him to get us into the next round. So I also did make a line change at the end of, well, actually off camera. Let me just get to the line change. I was mentioning it in last episode that I was thinking about doing this. So Mr. Tony Yokela is now onto the third line because he's a scoring forward, while Mr. McCardle is down to the fourth line because he's a checking forward. So that's a small change that I made to the lineup. And as you can see, also we do have an injury currently. You guys saw this in the last episode. Right near the end of the season, Mr. Alexander Zubov went down with an injury, but he will be back within 5 days, I think. So he should be back for game number 3, which is back in Colorado. So once he comes back, hopefully he does pretty good because he had an okay season, 46 points in 79 games. But our entire team in general just did not really score a lot of goals, which was kind of surprising. Maybe it's because we lost Forsberg that lost all our offense, but we're more of a defensively minded team, so hopefully we could have these really tight games where we just beat them like 2-0 or 2-1 and just continue to play our game. So anyways, let's get into round number 1 against the San Jose Sharks. But before we get simulating, I just want to kind of mention, you guys should go vote on the straw poll though for our next GM mode series for NHL 20. Just because I want to be, I want to know what team you guys want to see, because I don't want to really just choose teams, because at that point it's kind of all about what I want to do. But yeah, I want to see what you guys wanted me to do, because I'm up to rebuilding like teams like Anaheim and whatnot. So go vote on that down below in the comments, and let's get started with this first round and potentially last first game of a first round. So here we go in San Jose, first period of play, and it is 1-1. So LaBelle scores early on Carter, which is not really a good sign. But then we tied it up pretty much right after that with Mr. What's his even first name? Rylan Galchenyuk? I don't even remember his first name again. I looked at it literally not that long ago. Maybe it's Ryan. I don't even know. But anyways, shots are 17-7 in favor of the Sharks, which is not a good sign at all. We need to kind of clean it up a bit in terms of letting them have chances. They're probably more of an offensively based team than defense, so let's try and shut the door on them here in the second, and we do just that. Keep it at 1-1. Shots are 32-16 in favor of San Jose, but Ross Carter continuing to do what he does always in the playoffs. Let's see what happens here in the third. Penalty kill. Nicely done, guys. If we get escape with a victory here, that would be nice. Penalty kill again. And San Jose takes the lead. Mr. Beach beats Carter. Yikes. Yeah, we're getting like really pummeled in shots. I guess that shows what type of team we are. And they get an empty netter. Mr. Shane Doan gets it. And we lose 3-1. But a very good game from Ross Carter, which is what we need, but we need to definitely pick it up offensively. Like I said, we struggled offensively during the regular season, but we definitely need to pick it up in terms of the playoffs. So Galchenyuk with our only goal from Mr. Mark Darmour. 3 stars in that game. Ross Carter still gets first star with 46 saves. Shane Doan the second star at 2 points, and Hines the third. Screw you, Hines. We need to win the series. Should I have kept him around? Probably not still. Because it just would not make sense having a 96 and a 92 goalie. Like, it just kind of seems weird. So here we go. Game number 2. I'm not changing the lines yet. Hopefully we can bounce back this game. Because like I said, this could be the final episode of the series. First period. And it's 1-0 Sharks. Yikes. We're getting outshot badly again. 16-5. Yeah, this team is not reliant on offense at all. It's like defensively minded, but at the same time they let up a lot of shots and Ross Carter just bails them out. Come on guys, let's score more than one goal in this game please. Second period and we're down to nothing. Mr. Corbin scores. Shots are 25-15, so once again Carter's keeping it close. But we're a period away from going down 2-0 in the series, which is not a good sign. And Petit makes it 3-0. Gerbeshkov breaks their shutout though. But we're just not scoring enough goals. We just scored again. Okay, never mind. Pierce makes it 3-2. Can we come back from a 3-0 deficit? Maybe not. Simard makes it 4-2. Oh, now Carter's falling apart too. I told you guys at the start of, well actually, and I didn't, I said I feel like the Sharks are the type of team that would beat us and get on to the Stanley Cup Finals. Well, they might be doing that. Because we're just not scoring. We're letting in a lot of goals in this game especially. Yikes. Yeah, I'm going to make some line changes, I think. It could be because Zubov is out though too, so maybe once Zubov comes back into the lineup, that will help us. But he might not actually get to come back. Because he's not back for Game 3. I think he would be back for maybe a Game 5, but yeah, let's make some line changes. Like, it's not over yet because we have not lost on home ice, but this team needs to win. So, Jokela, you're going up. Petrovic, you're going down. Actually, we're going to put Petrovic all the way back down to the fourth line. Swap Boudreaux and Zadorov. Well, actually, maybe not Boudreaux and Zadorov. Zadorov and Pierce. And then defensively, we'll keep... We're going to move Henry down. Try that for a change. And then in terms of special teams, maybe the special teams aren't doing that good. We didn't have a good power play, so I might have to change that up a bit. Let's try and do it like that. Okay, so those are the line changes I'm going to make. Hopefully we could win 2 games in a row, because if we don't, we are like playing with fire pretty much, and there's a chance that we're going to get burned and then we're going to get eliminated and we're never going to get to play again. At least for you guys, you won't be able to see the rest of the seasons and whatnot. But like, I'll probably, if we do lose this series, I'll be like simming out a lot of the remaining years. So first period of Game 3. Come on, guys. We need offense. First period. 2-2. Okay, so we do score more goals, which is good, but we do let in 2 goals as well. Shots are tighter this time around, 11-9, so maybe we're a better home team than away. So Boudreaux and Drury get our goals. Sturm and Doan for them. Second period. 3-2 for us. Sorry about that. Lost my voice almost for a second. But Drury makes it 3-2 for us going into the third. So for the first time in this series, we got 3 goals. So maybe our offense is starting to finally come through. Shots are 23-18 in favor of San Jose. Come on, guys. We need to score goals, and hopefully we could get back in the series. Power play and we don't score. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Final 10 minutes of this third period, and McDonald ties it up. God damn it. We're being outshot badly again. It looks like we might be going to overtime. And yes, we are. So if the Sharks score, they're going to go up 3-0 in this series. If we score, there's a potential for this to go back to 6 games potentially. So overtime underway. We need somebody to be a hero here. We don't have Forsberg no more, but he's watching on from the press box, trying to get the guys going. Or he could be even our assistant coach for that matter. Penalty kill. This is a crucial penalty kill, and we killed off. Come on, boys. Ross Carter's been playing good, and oh no, the Sharks just went up 3-0. Dixon. And we are on the brink of elimination. Damn, our offense showed up, but theirs did as well. Oh, man. I didn't want it to go out like this easily, like in the first round. Like, I wanted us to win another cup. Like, it would have been better if the series ended last season. Jeez. That really blows. We're down 0-3. We need to have a miraculous comeback. Hopefully Zubov is back this game, because maybe that will give us some life. And he is back, okay, good. But damn, this is not good. We need to win 4 games in a row, which no teams barely do in this, in terms of NHL stuff anymore. Like winning 4 straight. I don't see that happening, but who knows. Hopefully Zubov could get us some goals and get us back in the series somehow. So here we go, Game 4, the potential last game of this GM mode series. We're going to go real-time simulation, I think. Just to slow down this episode's pace a bit. And they already have 1-0. Come on, Carter. You've won multiple Vezinas in your life. You should be able to stop a puck. And you won the Conn Smythe last year. We tie back up in a Zubov. Nice. Zubov comes back into the lineup and gets the offense going for us. Come on, boys. We need to win 3 straight games to force a Game 7. So 1-1 after 1. Shots are 14-8 in favor of San Jose. Second period underway. This is probably one of the biggest periods of like this GM mode, considering it's our last season. Boudreaux makes it 2-1 for us, which is good. 4th line coming through. Power play for us. We don't score. Final 5 minutes left of this second period, and we are going to take it to the locker room with a 2-1 lead. We're out shooting them 29-21. Come on, boys. This is potentially our last period of play. We need to get insurance. Need to get that insurance marker. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Maybe Zubov being in a lineup is going to help us out here. And time winding down, and we are going to take a game of the series 2-1. If Zubov didn't score, that game would have went to overtime. Thank you, Zubov. And thank you, Boudreaux, for that game winner. So good game from Ross Carter. Gets us that win as well. And we have forced a game number 5, but hopefully we could win 3 more. Or, yeah, 3 more games. Because if not, we're done. And the AHL team's still going on, which is good. Are they in the second round, or did they even start yet? They haven't even started yet. Okay, now we're in San Jose. This is going to be one of the toughest games of the year. Let's see if we could pull it to a Game 6. Now the real-time simulation. Valaket opens the scoring for them early, which I don't like. We get a power play, but we don't convert. Power play again. Come on, guys. You need the offense. I know we're a defensively minded team, but we need to be able to score goals too. We're out shooting them currently, which is a good sign. And it's 1-0 for the Sharks after 1, with the shots 10-6 in favor of us. Second period underway. Come on, guys. Who wants to play hero for us? Scores a lot of goals, you know. Final 10 minutes of this second period of play. We need a 1 goal to tie it up. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Power play. We don't score on it. And we are going to the third period down by 1 goal. We're out shooting them 19-13, but we don't have any goals yet to show for it. Our offense is just really bad right now. Like, probably after the series ends, I'm going to have to find some good young, like, snipers and stuff, because this team is just not a good offensive team right now, with the loss of Forsberg last year. So, potentially our last period of this GM mode. Let's see if we could get a goal to tie it up here. Penalty kill. And they score. Beach makes it 2-0. This might be it, guys. Yep, this is it. Corbin makes it 3-0. Well, I didn't want it to go out like this in the first round of the playoffs, but that means this episode's on the 23rd. Yeah, this is definitely the last episode. Oh, that really blows. That means you guys are going to be seeing the recap more than likely on like the 27th or the last day of the month or something, like 27th or 30th. Oh man, that really blows. 3-0 shutout loss. Mr. Hines, good luck to you, I guess, because I wouldn't mind seeing him win a Stanley Cup, but we win a Stanley Cup and then we get eliminated in the first round. But then again, it was against the best team in I think in the Western Conference almost, so kind of makes sense. Let's take a look at our player stats for the playoffs, even though it was a bit of a bummer. So yeah, we didn't really get much points at all. Galchenyuk had 3 points, a couple players with 2 points. But yeah, we just did not play up to our defensive game. Only one plus player, and that was Boudreaux. All the rest were minus. Grabeshkov was a -6. Like, that's uncharacteristic of our team. And Ross Carter just had a rough time as well. Like, a 922 save percentage is pretty good, but a 2.84 is not really that good because the 2.5 is like the average in the league. So yeah, that really sucks. Okay, well, now that we've seen that, let's sim the rest of this playoffs. And yeah, we're going to also take a look at the retirements, the awards, all that stuff. Wrap up this series. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to be simming out the next 12 to 13 seasons. I think it's 12 seasons. And then you guys are going to be able to get like a little recap of like what happened after the fact. Just so it's... I guess I don't really want it to be like an hour long like I've done in the past, but I wanted to be kind of like just a quick overview of stuff. So, oh man, that really blows. I wanted to win at least another Stanley Cup to like end off the series, but maybe we will when I start doing the other years off videos. So, but what was your guys' favorite moment of the series? I want to know that when we won the Stanley Cup against, I think it was Washington, or was it one of the ones against Pittsburgh? I don't know. There wasn't really that much like moments we could remember that much other than the Stanley Cup wins, I guess. Who is your favorite player so far in this GM mode? Like Ross Carter is probably one of my favorites. Strudwick as well. So yep, the San Jose Sharks are your Stanley Cup champions. So that's exactly what I was figuring would happen. Mr. Hines wins a Stanley Cup for the Sharks, which is good for him. Because did he win any with us? He might have actually won with us as a backup in 2026-27. Maybe on loan. We might have had actually a Monte at that time, so maybe he didn't. But at least he wins the Stanley Cup. Let's take a look at those awards now. See if we got any individual player awards that would at least help out. So awards for this season, the San Jose Sharks win their first ever Stanley Cup in franchise history. Hello, I'm trying to move over. There you go. Buffalo wins the President's Trophy for the second straight season. And it was the San Jose and Philadelphia Stanley Cup final. That's interesting because I think I remember back in like NHL 10 having that Stanley Cup final happen multiple times before. In Philadelphia actually was in the Cup final technically in 2009-10. This is 2010-11. So it's kind of almost realistic. Player awards. So Joe Thornton takes home the Art Ross with the New York Islanders. That just seems so wrong. Altshuler takes home the Hart with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Jay Kuznetsov takes home his third straight Norris Trophy, so none for Strudwick again. McKellar takes home the Lady Byng. Koivu takes home the Calder. Simard takes home the Conn Smythe, so I guess Hines didn't have a good enough playoffs, but Simard was their best offensive player. Ross Carter takes home his second straight Vezina and his third in 5 years, so that's a very bright point. This guy's 28 and he's won 3 Vezinas. Yeah, 3. I think it's his third Vezina in his career. And then also he also won the Jennings for the second time in 5 years too, so that's a very bright point on our team. We have a very good goaltender, and he's going to stay around until he retires, more than likely. Bradford takes home the Masterton. LaRose takes home the Selke. The breakup Walzer's 8-year streak. Jeez. I feel bad for Frank Walzer that he just lost. Altshuler takes home the Ted Lindsay. And Jonas takes home the Maurice Richard for the second time in his career. And that's only in 2 seasons. Jeez. Imagine winning 2 Maurice Richards to start off your career. Like, yeah, Detroit's going to be a scary team probably as well. AHL-wise, I don't think we had any awards down there. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay. Wait, who won the Calder Cup? I didn't even read who won the Calder Cup. It was the Chicago Wolves. Okay. Okay, so let's sim to the draft now so we can see those retirements, and then that will be it for this entire series, which I don't like saying that because it's sad when a series comes to an end because I had a lot of fun with the series, but at least we're going on to NHL 20 because NHL 20 is going to be a really good game. So Calgary's got the number 1 overall pick, followed by Dallas, the Czech Republic, New Jersey, and New York. Okay. So the retirements for the final season in this on YouTube at least. Paul Kariya, the best man that retires at 36 years of age, 911 points. I don't know if that puts him above Pierre Forsberg in terms of points, but he was amazing for the Mighty Ducks. Never won a Stanley Cup though, just like he did in real life. Eric Dezay also retires, 855 points. Retiring a lot later than he should have, because in real life he retired in 05-06, I think. Might have been injury problems though. Yashin retires with Montreal. He was actually traded at the deadline. There you go. Alex Degg retires with 710 points. There you go. He actually had some really good seasons near the end of his career, so that's kind of interesting. And he grew to an 87 somehow, even though I only gave him like top 9 potential. So that's kind of interesting. Richard Zednik, 700 points. Retires with the Capitals. Anson Carter also retiring with the Capitals, 694 points. There you go. Keith Primo retiring with the Germans. Yeah, we're getting a lot of retirements, which means we might have a lot of like leftover guys out of this GM mode, so it might be all young guys next season almost. Bill Guerin retiring with the Washington Capitals as well, so Washington losing a lot of guys to retirement. Guerin was in the AHL the last season, no? Brian Rolston retires as a free agent. He played in the AHL or NHL a bit last year. Only 6 games, so he was probably a depth guy. Joseph Stumple retires with the New Jersey Devils. He was in the AHL the last year. Mike Ricci retires with the Caps as well. Jeez. The Caps are looking like a pretty old team to lose 4 guys already to retirement. Adam Deadmarsh, our former player, retires with 505 points in 919 games, which is, I think, more than he played in real life, because he retired pretty young because of injury problems, I'm pretty sure. Jason Arnott retires with 503 points, so he kind of under-assimilated a bit, because he was better in real life, I think. So there you go. Andrew Burnett retires also as a free agent. 37 years of age, didn't play this season. Alex Kovalev retiring with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Must have been in the AHL. Yeah, he was in the AHL the last 2 seasons. And he lost Stanley Cup Finals to us 2 times in a row. Or not 2 times in a row, 2 times. Like here, and actually, no, he didn't play last season, so he lost in 2026-27 against us. That was his last chance. Scott Niedermayer retires with 480 points, another very good defenseman. Kind of under-assimilated, none the fact, though. Radek Bonk also retiring with the Caps. Jeez. What's with Washington with all these old players? 5 old guys retiring for them. There you go. Steve Konowalchuk retiring with the Florida Panthers. A former Washington Capital, nonetheless. Mike Greer retiring with the Phoenix Coyotes. Todd Harvey retiring with the Boston Bruins. Kind of retired a bit later than he did in real life as well. Hans Hyvenin retires with 357 points as a free agent. He was a guy that didn't really play that much in the NHL in real life. Andreas Johansson retires with 327 points. Yeah, there's a lot of names in this, so I would think we're getting closer to down to the last 100 players in this build, almost. Brian Holzinger retires way later than he should have, I think. Brad May retires with the Washington Capitals, so that's kind of Also, well, not really surprising, but Washington's just had a lot of retirements. Like, they must have been a very old club. Francis Cabriolet retires, 295 points. The older brother of Thomas Cabriolet. Kenny Jonsson retiring in Finland, close to his home country of Sweden. Darian Hatcher retiring with the Dallas Stars, so he stayed there his entire career. Like, he kind of should have in real life, because he also played for like Detroit and Philadelphia. Anders Eriksson retires with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think he actually played for the Leafs in real life for a bit, so that's kind of cool. Ruslan Soleil retiring with the Mighty Ducks in 2010-11, which is very tragic because this is technically the year that he was in that plane crash. Like, at least it would be September 2011, so he retires, like, geez, like, only 3 months before his death, technically, which really, yeah, that's just sad to think about. Todd White retires with the Finns. He was there for a long time, actually, after he left Chicago. Harry York retires with Phoenix. This guy, I don't think this guy played much in the NHL either. There you go. Dan McGillis retiring with Toronto. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Yanni Niinema also retiring in Toronto. He kind of under-simulated a bit. Jason Bonasaur, one of the biggest busts in NHL history. Just did not play that good. He also played a lot in the AHL. Mike Rathje retiring as a free agent. More of a defensive defenseman. Todd Warner retiring. Yeah, there's a lot of guys in this build that are retired now. Darren the last year, but he was a minus 35. That just shows you how bad New Jersey is without Brodeur. Jason Smith retires with the Flames, which is kind of weird because he was with Edmonton in real life. Richard Matvichuk retires with the Tampa Bay Lightning. He actually played some games as a depth guy, it looks like, this season. Jason Strudwick, you could, I guess, say the older brother of Sam Strudwick, even though they're not related, retires with the St. Louis Blues. There you go. Zach Sanford piping in. Matt Johnson retires the Enforcer. Holy crap, in the penalty minutes. Same as like in the AHL. Like, imagine that, 30 penalty minutes in 10 games. As well as putting up 8 points. He's pretty decent, actually. Dennis Gauthier retires with the Nashville Predators. Didn't get to play a lot because he was depth for like the first few seasons in Calgary. Then we got Matthew Dandino, 76 points. We actually had him for a bit, I think, on our top 6. There you go. Cale Hulse as well, 71 points. Very defensively minded guy. Kolasar, Andrew Nielsen, Brad Brown retiring with the Pittsburgh Penguins, only 28 points. Wow. In 728 games. Damn, that guy was not a point producer at all. Riley Sutter, anybody else? Joey Keane. No, I think that's it. Maybe. We'll keep going down just in case, though. Get some of these guys to play games. You have nobody else. And in terms of goaltending, Corey Schwab decides to finally hang them up. 636 games, a record of 323, 211, and 28. He put up 75 shutouts. Yeah, he kind of over-simulated a lot because he won some Vezinas. I don't even know how he simulated so good, but he had some very good years with Tampa Bay earlier on in this build, like back here. Interesting. But I don't think, he never won a Stanley Cup. And then also Robbie Tallis, who we had as a backup for, I think, a few seasons early on, retires. Former Boston Bruin. And then that is it for retirements. Well, guys, that is going to do it for this episode and for this entire franchise mode series. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this series, if you watched through it all, or if you've just been watching episodes here and then. It's been a very fun series because, like, this is the first time I did a full-on roster build and a GM mode combined. Obviously, like I said, in NHL 20, I'm going to be doing a regular franchise mode to start things off, but probably by February 2020, I will be doing like an actual throwback GM mode again, but with the 1994 rosters and stuff like that. So if there's anything you guys think I should fix in terms of how I build my rosters and whatnot, please let me know down below in the comments, as well as go vote on the straw poll for the current next GM mode for NHL 20. But yeah, I'll see you guys probably in like, I don't know if it'll be like a week from today's episode or what, but I'm going to be trying to get a recap done for you guys so you could get a recap of what happened from 2031 onwards. So anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the recap in the final episode of the series.